Where do I even start? So I'm doing this kind of in my car because uh, it's kind of last minute, but I didn't have time to set myself up at home because I'm that pissed off about this award decision that the arbitrator came up with. So the arbitrator Nolan decided to basically keep the parts of the tentative agreement that were the economic parts, most for the most part. Uh, the only thing that he changed was the steps. Instead of removing the bottom three steps, he's only going to remove two. So this looks like to be an even worse contract. I think he was saying he was going to offer 1.3 for one quarter, 1.3 for another, and then the last quarter would be 1.5%. He he basically sided with management. In his award details, it gave the post office's view and the union's view on what was fair, and right there in the final arbitration decision, he gave a summary of, like compare. He mentioned the Postal Reorganization Act, which was basically the whole argument that we should have had in regards to the economic portion. But he did not acknowledge any of the other union wins in regards to compensation and what's comparable according to that law. So basically, he was skimming through and had a predetermined idea of what he wanted to do without actually looking at the evidence. I think in part that's also because of the expedited format of this arbitration. If this was a full arbitration, they would have had more time. The lawyers could have brought in witnesses, more data. But even still, either the lawyers were really bad for NALC, which according to the notes for the NALC's points, it doesn't seem like it, because they argued the inflation was eating wages. The retention was so bad, there's no applicants for some offices. So as far as I can see on paper, the NLC lawyers did their job, but the leadership or the arbitrator fucked up. But yeah, this is embarrassing. This is an insult to not just letter carriers, but every postal employee, because they're going to use this as the benchmark for everybody else. So every craft should be pissed off at this arbitrator, and more specifically Brian Renfro, for being a sellout, selling out his craft and selling out the post office by establishing this as the benchmark upon which all of us are going to be awarded this piece of shit 1.3% that they colluded to give the NLC. I don't know what else to say, because kind of pissed off right now. As far as the, like what happens now, this contract is good for until, it's only going to be around good for about a year and some change. So it's not going to be a full 3 years, because the next contract's going to be up for renewal by then. And they should be already negotiating the next one, or in the process of, because it's so soon. I'm not sure about that, but it looks like they're probably going to drag it too. See, this is why there should have been more noise when Biden was around. Especially, I think the carriers in Washington, D.C. missed a huge opportunity to use the fact that they were that close to D.C. to picket in front of D.C., in front of Biden, and get his attention, to get more national attention, so they could have said something about this bullshit going on. Instead, that got swept under the rug. People weren't paying attention in DC, or they didn't care. Maybe it's a more Table 1 focused office, but that was a huge fuck up. So I think that's branch. I don't know what branch that is in DC, but you guys dropped the ball. Your president dropped the ball, and this arbitrator sure as fuck dropped the ball. And I wouldn't be surprised if this backfires on them and we start seeing even more turnover. This is embarrassing for all of us, not just the carriers, but especially the carriers, because you guys are the ones who represent visually the post office. You're the image of the post office. So for this arbitrator, who's probably never carried mail or done anything like what you guys do, to decide you guys are only worth 1.3% is a complete slap in the face. But yeah, I wanted to provide you some type of update. Might links the award in the comments or the video description. Just wanted to get something out there. I'll probably add more when I'm at home. Peace.